It's halftime, your team is losing, and the coach says you just aren't being aggressive enough. You need to be giving your 110%. A study shows that eating broccoli or cabbage decreases the risk of certain cancers by 40%. After working hard for a year, your salary increased by 10%. Now, what exactly do all these statements mean? Things like this come up all the time in everyday life when you are an adult. So it's going to be worth your while to listen up and find out exactly what they mean. Let's do an example. Amber got a raise, and her hourly wage increased from $8 to $9.50. What is the percent increase? Well, there are two steps to finding out. One, you need to find the amount of change. And two, you need to use the amount of change to find the percent increase. The amount of change can also be called the difference. And yes, that means we're going to do some subtraction today. We need to subtract the smaller number from the larger number, which comes out to $9.50 minus $8, and the answer, the difference, is $1.50. Now we just have to find the percent increase by dividing the amount of change by the original amount. Since Amber was originally getting $8 an hour, that's going to go on the bottom, while the $1.50 will go on top. If you divide the decimals correctly and round to the nearest hundredth, you're going to end up with 0.19, which is the same as 19%. Therefore, Amber's hourly wage increased by 19%. Now, if you need help dividing the decimals, you should check out the video focused on doing that and do some review. Let's do another example. This time it will be a percent decrease, which is a very similar process. According to PBS.org, the average American who finishes high school makes $35,000 per year, while the average American who drops out of high school makes about $26,000 per year. Those who finish 4 years of college make an average of $60,000 per year. Our question is, what is the percent decrease in salary if a person chooses to drop out of high school instead of finish up their last 2 years? Like I said, this is very similar to finding the percent increase. We have the same steps. Find the amount of change and then use it to find the percent decrease. The amount of change is still the large number subtracted by the small number. That comes out to about $9,000. When we set up the second step, though, we need to pay attention to which number is the original amount. Since the question is asking for a percent decrease, the larger amount is the original and will go on the bottom of the fraction. When it was an increase, it was the opposite. The smaller number went on the bottom. Now, 9,000 divided by 35,000 comes out to about 26%. Therefore, the percent decrease in the salary if a person chooses to drop out of high school instead of finish is 26%. And again, if you struggle with the division, you should check out the video on that before trying to attempt these problems.